my God. How cool is that?
You lost me for the rest of the day. Wherever you are, you lost me for the rest of the day. Here we go. Whoa, man. There's the course. There's the range.
What do you think? Should we let him out of the metaverse yet?
This is so cool.
Care to join us, Mike? All right, so golf in VR. Is it the real deal? Is it a gimmick? What is it? That's what we intend to find out. And what we've got here is the Oculus Quest 2. This is made by Facebook. It's one of the many VR systems that are hitting the market right now. And we picked this up about a month ago and been testing it ever since. And you know the first thing we had to do.
Download Golf.
Download Golf on it, of course. And we're gonna tell you guys what we like, what we don't like about it, and see, is this something that real golfers are gonna enjoy, or is it just a toy? But first thing I wanna talk about is the system itself, because VR across the board is still so new. There's a lot of people who have seen it, they've seen us messing around with it on social, and they're like, what is that? How does it work? Well, the Oculus, this, like I said, it's made by Facebook. This is the Quest 2, it's the newer version. And the app that we're gonna be using here, some things do require, some features, including getting out on the golf course, I believe, do require this newer version. So that's one thing to understand. But the one thing that I was most surprised with when we went out and purchased this was the price. Yeah. It's actually not too terribly expensive. You know, I think VR is so new, you would think it would be a very expensive device itself, but I think this thing ran around $299.
Okay.
But one way to think of it is a lot like your phone. The programs and the different apps that we use are something that are sold separately. There's actually an entire environment, a whole store on there where you go in and you purchase what you want. So basically you buy your unit with a certain amount of storage space, and then you fill that up with the apps that you buy. And there are a few different golf apps here, but today we're gonna be taking a look at Golf Plus. It's got, you know, it's made in collaboration with Top Golf, and I think Callaway might have been involved. So there's some big heavy hitters behind it, and I've been so far incredibly impressed with the graphics and the gameplay.
And how much was it, the game?
The game itself, they have seen the prices bounce back and forth, but it was somewhere between $14 and $17.
That's not bad at all.
So nothing terrible. It's not like some of the $50, $60 games we see with Xbox and some of those other things. But if you buy a bunch of games for this thing, I will say that it can add up. But to get the unit and get the golf, I mean, that's what most of us are going to be doing if you're watching this anyway. That's what you're after, is the golf. But the nice thing to know is that there are other things you can do. There are other games in here outside of golf that are fun. In fact, my kids love it. They steal from me all the time.
It's awesome. I love the boxing. Super cool. Yeah. But I've never tried the golf.
It's a workout too.
Yeah, and it is a workout. And I'm curious because this doesn't look like much of a golf club. So it's weird. Yeah. Right. Until
Mike changed the game, because I had told him I was playing with this at home, and swinging these, it's a little bit like swinging a Wii controller.
There you go.
It feels weird. You don't feel like you're putting a real swing. We want a little bit more of that realistic experience as golfers. So tell us about this, Mike.
All right, so enter Amazon. There you go. All I did was type in Oculus Golf Club Swing Grip Thing. Something along those lines.
That's his literal search, right?
Something like that. And boom, this popped up. It was about $80. And some genius out there created this thing. And basically, you just throw this in here. Obviously, I'm not going to do it with the cord. The little cord here would go through this, pops in. You wrap it with this special feature, which we're going to show you in a second. And there you go.
And it immediately changes the game, because this is weighted a lot more like a club. And anybody who's tried to, let's swing a Wii controller or something like that, knows it feels kind of weird swinging at full speed with something super light and small in your hands. It feels like it's going to go flying. You think you're going to press the buttons. That was my biggest limitation of playing the golf in here, was just using this as my club.
Yeah.
And I loved a lot about it. I love the graphics, which we're going to show you in a second, but this changes the game, and we'll tell you why. But one thing that I do want to address is, again, from the realistic standpoint, recently on the channel, we reviewed what we called the world's smallest home simulator, True Golf Simulator.
That's right.
Which was very similar in look and feel to this, but had a nub on the end that acted like a simulator. In fact, it was so small and compact, you swung it in the bathroom.
I did, which I think we could do with this too.
I'm sure you can, because it's similar in size. But a lot of you commented on that video and said, forget that, why not just pick up the Oculus and the golf app? And so we said, okay.
I think one of the exact comments was, pick up the Oculus, you're welcome.
Yeah. So, of course, we had to dive into it. We did get the Oculus, and in a lot of ways, you guys were right. This is a truly different experience. Even the best golf simulators don't have as immersive as an experience as you have here. Don't forget, this is VR, it's virtual reality. Wherever you look, you see. And in a lot of ways, I liked it because 4 months of winter here, just putting this thing on and just visually feeling like you're back on a golf course was its own relief.
Yes.
All right? But again, it comes down to how realistic is it? How much does it feel like you're taking, hitting real golf balls and taking real swings? And the feedback so far, I think, is great. But there's only one way to know, and that's to try it.
Let's try it.
So we're going to walk over to our simulator area over there, because one thing you do need is you do need a safe space to swing this. People can get hurt because don't forget, you don't see when you're in there. God forbid your kid walks by as you're taking a cut, right? So the smart thing to do is find a little bit of an open space where you can do this and no one's going to walk into you, which we have right over there. So let's head over there. We'll meet you over there. We're going to put these on and we're going to show you what we see inside the goggles.
Let's do it.
Let's go. All right, so like we said, this is the Game Changer. It's not made by Oculus. It's on Amazon. We will put the link in the video description. This is the controller that comes with the Oculus. It comes with 2 of them. For this game, you only need 1. But like I said, the problem I was struggling with is trying to swing this as your golf club. You can't really get 2 hands on it, and you end up pressing the buttons by mistake. And I think that was what really took away from the experience. Plus, it's so light. In fact, I let my brother try this, and the first thing it did, it went flying across the room when he swung it. So there is a safety strap for that point. What I won't do is get into all the specifics of setting up the Oculus, because there's a lot of other videos out on the basics of that. But when you first put it on, it will walk you through setting up a safe zone. So that's something you could see separately. But what I do want to show you is this. So basically, the way this works, it's kind of genius. It just kind of slides in there. This is where your safety strap goes. And then it's got a strap here that we're just going to go up and through.
It's nice and secure so you don't break
And
any
then back
dishes.
down. Yeah, you don't want to be breaking anything.
Nice and snug, a little Velcro.
And then we wrap like that. And there you go. It's in there.
See an air
It's
swing.
not
Let's see an
going
air swing
anywhere.
real quick. Let me see one.
So, and if you really wanted to be secure, I guess you could still.
I guess you could.
Even kind of put this in your hand somehow.
There you go.
And this thing's not going anywhere,
Yep.
right? So now it feels a lot more like the weight of the club. It's out of way. I'm not going to interfere with any of the buttons, and I'm able to just kind of swing it, right? So, gives a good feel. Let's jump into the headset and show you how this app works. All right, so we're in here. We're taking a look around. I'm in my living room. Beautiful. I mean, what can you say?
It's beautiful.
It's beautiful. It beats my real living room. Open up our apps. I got the Golf Plus app, so we're going to open that up now. All right, so it starts you out on what's some sort of like, I don't know, an epic Top Golf type range. In fact, this is like my dream spot right here. You've got fires going. You've got the pool. But we're on a range, and we could select our club. And this is kind of what I mean, just enjoy just hitting. But we're going to see how this feels. So here's the club. You can kind of see like it's in my hands, and whatever I do, the club does. And this is where I'm holding onto the grip. It feels real. And in fact, you even have the feedback of the audio and stuff. It sounds like you're hitting the ground, so you can feel it. So we're going to take a cut and see how this goes. I got a 7-iron in my hand here.
All right, moment of truth.
But as you can see, I mean, it's really cool. Wherever you look, you can look at your target. It's very real in that regard.
Look good from here.
I mean, it's wild. I mean, it's a combination of the visual and the sound that makes it just feel so real. Now, according to this, I hit my 7-iron 189 yards, which is rare if ever. There is a power meter. This is what's going to come into how real it really is. There's, to a certain extent, there's going to be some variation there, clearly, because you could change your power meter. I wish I had a power meter in real life.
It feels good though when you hit the ball, but you're actually striking.
It feels very realistic when you strike it. But I usually hit my 7-iron about 165. But I've got targets. I'm out here on a range. So let's hit another one.
Sounds real.
You see the divot fly. I do feel like my club face was slightly closed and it's a little bit left.
Okay.
Although honestly, the only thing I feel like is a little unrealistic is the distance. 182. I'd have to catch a 7-iron perfect. It's probably about 10 yards longer than what I usually do. Speaking of which, let's pull driver. I know you all want to see it. Let's pull driver. So here we go. We got a driver in hand. Like I said, looks super realistic. Plenty of targets out there. They teed the ball up for me. Let's go.
Oh yeah. Did you get it?
Yes, a little bit of a fade. Let's see what we got. Hit it nice, 291. Again, you guys watch the channel, usually you know that's a little further than I hit it. So I don't know if there's a matter of dialing it in a little bit with the power
You
meter.
got the feel-good meter on?
Like let's put it down to 80% and
go.
just see if it's more like my. Yeah, we got the feel-good meter on. Here we go.
Oh, yeah.
Now let's see if that's more closer to my distance, which is usually about 265. Yeah, there you go, 255.
Yeah, there you
So if you want that real distance, you may have to mess with that power meter a little bit. But I'll be honest with you, Mike, it feels very realistic. So I need you to feel it.
I need to feel it and put that power meter all the way up. Let's go.
Here, when Mike's about to go, we give it one of these. Let me see. You know what? Let me just see what it's like at 150%.
Yeah.
Let's see. They call this the Kyle Berkshire mode.
Let's
Ready?
see.
Here we go. 150% power meter. Oh my God.
You got it, huh?
Oh my God. Look at this thing. If you ever wanted to feel like what it felt like to be a long drive guy, that's it.
That's great.
303 yards down the
yeah,
middle.
I got
Carried it a cool 299. All right, so while Mike gets set up there, we're going to see him hit a drive in a second. One thing I will say is it feels super realistic, but I don't know if I would consider it like really formal practice. In fact, I wouldn't necessarily drive yourself too mental if, let's say, you're slicing in here and then all of a sudden you're working on fixing it here and it messes up your game in real life. It is smart. It does understand, path and club face, but it is still a game. So I think it's more so having fun, show your buddies, it's a good time. I don't know if I would use it for traditional golf practice. Let's see if Mike is set up though, and he'll see if he thinks the same. You set to go?
All good.
All right, we got Mike on the range, the big boy in his hands. Let's go.
Oh my God. How cool is that? Let's see, this baby's moving. 282.
I'm going to try to hit one down there. This is awesome. You lost me for the rest of the day. Wherever you are, you lost me for the rest of the day. Here we go.
One thing I will say, it is addicting.
It seems it. And I can't wait to get out on the course. You said we could play on the course?
We can go on the course, yeah.
Here we go. Oh, yeah, this guy's getting the hang of it. Go, ball.
That's a shot right there.
That's a feel good right
Holy cow, 293.
This is feel-good golf.
there. That's what it is. All right, so like one thing I will say, like I said, it is quite addicting. Once you get in there, you just want to keep hitting them and wait till you see if you go on the golf course. So let's load that up now, and I'll tell you a little bit more about it once we're in the goggles.
You tried it. You getting one, you buy one right away, right?
Yeah, I think it's already in my Amazon.
It's already in his Amazon gift card. His cart.
All right, so there is, like I said, a multiplayer component to this. We're going to play a single player. This game does come with 2 golf courses. You've got a fictional course called the Cliffs, and then there's Valhalla, which is where we're at right now. You can also pay an extra $7.99 for Wolf Creek. But it's really cool. So you're standing on a tee box, but this is what's so wild, Mike, is that I'm looking around. It's perfect weather.
Yeah, right.
I got the sunset. I'm playing twilight golf right here. It's gorgeous. And I could see everything. I could see my target. I could see my fairway off in the distance. It set me up with a driver. And right in front of me, I've got the map to see what, with the whole layout. So let's tee off here. Try to hit a fairway on one. We've got a 368-yard par 4.
All right, let's see it.
Here we go. Oh yeah, that's fairway bound, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, we actually pushed it through the fairway because we drove it 285. Like I said, still the distances are a little bit longer. And it's so cool. We can see our simulated shot tracer up over the trees. There's actually a lot of different looks that they have. So it takes me the ball, and it's giving me a sand wedge. I do have the option to change that. I can see that I'm in the rough. I can see my my green up ahead. It says it's 98 yards to the pin, 1.4 feet up above my feet here.
Okay.
Here we go. In the rough.
Sounded good.
Oh, it looks pretty good. Come on, get on that green. Get up! Oh, we caught the green.
Okay, now the moment of truth, putting.
Moment of truth. Okay, so now we've got the flat stick in hand. I can see the flat stick. So, Mike, I'm looking at the green. I can just play it like this, like regular real golf, and kind of try to read the break because, it's VR. I can see the undulations. Or I can press this trigger button down here, and it will, like you see in a lot of Xbox and other video games, it'll show me the break. Okay. So it's 25 feet, 25-foot putt, barely uphill, just a little bit, and it's going to break a little bit left to right, okay? Got putter in hand. take a little couple practice strokes here. See if we can sink this birdie. You ready? Oh, I crushed it. Goodbye. Oh boy, it's off the green.
It feels like you barely even swung that, so that's hard.
This is the hardest part. It's probably the feel. What does a 25-foot putt feel like? We're back off the green now. So now we're just chipping. Oh, just left.
So in a lot of ways,
And we're gonna tap it in. So went really quickly from a birdie chance to a bogey, Mike.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
But again, super realistic. It'll take us to our next hole here, and you can just play 18 holes like this. I mean, I don't know how, just looking around, it's just incredible. Just looking back on the golf course. You see the whole golf course. So we just go here, just can go to the next hole, and it's gonna take us to the next hole. We're on the next tee box. We get driver in hand again, and we're ready to go.
So cool.
You got to play a hole, Mike.
I gotta play a hole.
You got to play a hole. All right, I'm going to let you get set up here.
Okay.
We're going to let Mike swing here. I'll tell you more about it in a minute. But Mike is on the tee box, second hole here.
That's a good looking ball, Frank. Right side fairway, 271. All right. Wow. So I'm standing in the bunker, but I'm not in the bunker. And it switched to a 3-iron, 218. How cool is this?
Now, you could, if you want, you can select a different club than what it suggests, but I usually just go with what it
suggests. Yeah, I'm
suggests.
gonna stick with it. Here we go. Nice little 3-iron here, standing in a bunker. This looks so real. Here we go. Yeah, it looked good. Dude, it's on the green. Go in the hole! Oh my God, dude, I'm 197 carry right in the back of the green. So now, oh my God, putting for eagle. Oh, I'm on the green. Oh my God!
We got ourselves a virtual eagle pot.
This is
As he almost falls out the window. That's what I said. Be careful where you swing this thing.
You're saying the greens are fast, right?
They're fast.
23 feet.
23 feet, and you see the undulations, right?
I see them.
Okay.
All right.
So 23 feet, I would hit it more like feels like a 10-foot or 12-foot putt.
Okay. Oh, turn in. Turn in. Turn in! Oh! On the edge of the edge! Come on!
Go tap in your birdie.
I'm gonna go tap this in. This is so cool.
Birdie.
That's amazing. That is the coolest thing I might have ever done in my life. All right. Sold.
Sold.
Oh, that's cool.
Wild in there, isn't it?
So cool.
Yeah. All right, so as you can quickly see with Mike, I've had a lot more time with it. I've been playing with this thing at home and just showing him a bit today. He's already addicted. It is very addicting. One thing I will say is that there are certain aspects of it that are not hyper realistic. There's gonna be some shots that in real life wouldn't have went as well as they maybe did in here. So there's a little bit of a gameplay, it feels like, to it, but it's super fun. And I think for golfers who just want to have that somewhat experience like you're back out on the golf course, it's super unique and it is fun to pull it out at a party and check it out. So personally, having a lot of fun with this thing. Hopefully we were able to answer some of your questions. If anybody was thinking about getting it, I think seeing it is believing it, and really seeing it in the goggles is a whole different experience. But if you do have any questions, make sure you drop them in the comments below. We'll try to answer as many as we can. But like I said, it's addicting. I think we could probably leave him here. In fact, he wouldn't even know if we just left and turned the lights off on him.
That's how you make a par, baby.
He would never know. Let's just leave him there. All right, see you, Mike.
Hello?